is up, my fellow geeks, my fellow weirdos? It is Alex, your favorite bearded weirdo, here to talk about my latest acquisitions, which is Jose Pulido, Unruly Industries, Calaveras figures. If you don't know Jose Pulido, follow on Instagram, Mis Nopales. He likes to mix his Mexican culture with his pop culture, and he likes to make these beautiful pictures. He's done Star Wars, this really great Han Solo and Princess Leia poster. I love it. He's done this DC, he's done Marvel, he's done a lot of properties and licenses. You have to follow him on Instagram. You'll love the art. Now this is wonderful. I always talk about how much, with designer toys, it's all about the artists and the art. And a lot of care goes into the packaging. So that's the first thing I want to focus on is the packaging. Now, if you don't know what Calavera is, that's the Mexican Day of the Dead sugar skull art you see. You'll see the painted faces for the celebration of the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. So that's the style here. That's that crossover. So let's focus on these boxes. First of all, right up at the front, we have Jose Pulido's art. We have the actual drawings that they base the figures on. Now, this is something that we're going to come back to, but this is the accent art on the side. Can't wait to show you this in 3 dimensions. It's actually, we're going to call back to this later. It's really great. But then on the back, I love this artwork on the back. It's almost like a really cool playing card art, and it works perfectly, especially for the Joker and Harley Quinn. Now, I love this on the Joker, how he's got the Harley Quinn head going around the borders here, and Harley Quinn has her diamonds going around the borders here, and then Batman, of course, he's so self-centered. He can only think about himself. He's got the little Batman symbol going around there, which also mirrors with Batman. He's got the cool 89 logo on the top. Harley Quinn's got her little diamond logo on the top, but the Joker has the classic Joker card, the jester look, the little jester symbol on the top there. So that's really cool. Again, box art is important to the designer toys, and it gives you a good representation of the art and the artist. So let's actually check out the figures. So here we are with the figures out of the boxes. I'm going to start with one at a time. So let's go with Batman. So I love when they put a lot of attention to detail. I love when they sculpt things with extra love and attention in the paint apps. And there's no exception to the rule here. We've got Batman in this style. He looks kind of weird and crazy with the teeth. But one thing I do love about this is the paint, the little designs and styles. So I'm going to turn this around real quick because I love this floral pattern on his head. This floral pattern going down the back of his head. And then I love these, like almost, not vines, but almost purple vines with little, plants, little buds coming out. I love this little symbol here, those little patterns over on the head. And another thing is the sculpting. So one thing I like is that even these little drawn lines, they don't need to sculpt them. They don't have to sculpt them. They could just paint it on. They could little stencils painted on, but they actually have feeling. They, this is something I've talked about with other figures in the past, where you could actually see that they sculpted around areas that you'll never even see. They went and sculpted the back of his utility belt here and his belt here, and every little tooth. It's not just painted on; it's sculpted in. And his eyes, they're sculpted in, and you go around to the back and you see these little paint down the ears. It's a really beautiful attention to detail. You show that they wanted to make Jose Pulido's work really shine here. Now let's bring the Joker in. He's got to be my favorite. I think the whole look with the skull lends itself to his overall aesthetic. First of all, I love the hair. The sculpt of the hair is so cool. It's so slick. And then I do the smile, the grin, that skeletal grin is perfect for the Joker. Who else could have a grin like that than the Joker? But I do love these floral patterns around his forehead, even his eyes, his chin. Something else that's really cool, and if you see it, you can see it in the front barely because his chin is so pronounced. But again, this is something that they didn't have to do, but they did it anyways for love and attention. You could see it also a little bit on the back of the neck, is that they made his spine. They showed the separation of the different vertebrae of his neck. They didn't have to do it, but they chose to do it. And even all these little details on the tails of his coat and on the spats of his shoes, they put a little detail, and it's all again sculpted in. And I do love this little card here that has a little Harley Quinn head on it. So it's cute. It's sort of like a little homage to his little love. And now his companion piece, we have Harley Quinn. She also, just her look with the black and white face, it really works with the teeth, with the Calavera grin of the sugar skull. But again, all these little details like her Harley Quinn diamond pattern here, and they actually put it on the back of her little tails on the front. And of course the floral patterns going here, and the floral patterns going down the back with these little symbols over here. It's really pretty, and it's really good, and it's really cute. And the lines, I get so in the weeds here with everything, but the lines sculpted on this cute little hammer that she's holding, then you bring them all together, and it works so well. They work well together. They'll display well together. And now I want to show with the boxes. So now that we have the boxes and the figures together, you could see how well the translation is from the 2D to the 3D, right? Now that gives me display options because once again with these boxes, they're so well made, they're so lovingly crafted that I definitely want to display them together. I don't want to put these boxes in the closet just hidden somewhere. They should be displayed. But which side do I display? Do I show how mirrored this is? Do I show now the patterns on the side that we spoke about before? Because remember, this pattern here is reflected in his face. This pattern is reflected in the back of her head. And the same thing with Batman. Or do I want to display them with their awesome card art that's on the back? I mean, I have so many options. Maybe I'll do each one differently. I mean, what do you think? How would you display these? And now I'm thinking, I can't wait till they have new ones. I mean, with Jose Pulido's art, they can go anywhere with it. He has Star Wars, Marvel, DC. What figures would you like to see? I'd love to see more of the DC characters, more of the Batman's Rogue Gallery. Imagine Bane in the Calavera style. Imagine Killer Croc with that style. It would really be good. I mean, we even could just use Robin to go along with Batman. I mean, these three, you need to get them together because you can't have Batman without the Joker. Can't have Joker without Harley Quinn. So, I don't know. What figures would you be looking forward to? Again, check out Jose Pulido's work. It's Misnopalis on Instagram. And then also, don't forget to check out Unruly Industries. We have Unruly Industries on Instagram and Twitter. We also have the Designer Toy Collective. Join the Designer Toy Collective because over there we're always talking about unruly figures, but we're also talking about designer toys and designer artists who we hope to see and hope to get. Come on down, have some fun. Go to unruly.sideshow.com to order these figures, and you're going to want to order them. Trust me. And hopefully I'll see you next time.